Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, welcome to Total War Warhammer 3, and specifically, welcome to Immortal Empires, because, oh bloody hell, yes. Yes, the trilogy is complete, the blended campaign is here, and I've got my hands on it just a little bit early. But, okay, history lesson, just in case you've not been paying attention. A few years back, we got Total War Warhammer. Basically, a fantasy version of Europe with humans, dwarves, orcs, and worst of all, the French. Then in Warhammer 2, the Warhammer fantasy version of America and Africa, introducing High Elves, Dark Elves, Lizard Men, and Rat Men. And it had its own campaign, the Vortex campaign. It was fine, I enjoyed it, but the thing that turned Warhammer 2 into my 6th most played game on Steam of all time was the fact it had a joint campaign, merging those two maps together into the biggest campaign in all of Total War history. It was ridiculous and huge and magnificent, and this is the logical conclusion. Total War Warhammer 3 had its own campaign again, this time shifting the focus to the fantasy Far East, introducing a whole bunch of demons, ogres, and some new flavours of human, and it was fine. But this is what we've all been waiting for, damn it, the moment it all comes together. So, today I thought it might be fun to celebrate this new giant world by going on a holiday and doing a bit of a world tour. So, my favourite faction is the Rat Men. Oh yes, those sexy bastards. We're going to be playing as Ikit Claw, the weapon team specialist, starting off over here, somewhere around Fantasy Warhammer, Northern Italy, Spain, that sort of an area. And I'm going to try and demonstrate to you just how big a bloody campaign we are talking about here. So, this is where I live. It's called Skaven Blight. As you can see, it is absolutely lovely. In the middle of a swamp too, which sounds bad, but it's actually really useful, because it means, yes, any attacking army, it takes them 10 million years to get through the swamp. So that's actually really good news. Now, before we can go on our world tour, we're going to be needing a really good army. And that means we're going to need to pay for it. So, I've got a couple of plans in mind for that. Step 1, over here, is Spain. And right now it's independent and belongs to the Spanish. So, okay, we're going to be needing to change that. Now, if you haven't played Warhammer 3 yet, you might be delighted to see, oh yeah, towns are way more interesting than they used to be. It used to be small towns were just open field fights, and when you went into a city, there was just one long wall to assault and that was it. No, now everything is a proper town. This is a minor settlement, so it doesn't have like proper walls I can walk in, but there are, you know, choke points, etc. So it's just a lot more interesting than it used to be. And as for Skaven, well, their troops are divided into two. These are melee infantry. They're absolute utter trash. When the unit card says meat shield, it's not kidding. Their job is just to keep the enemy occupied. And that's so the real killers can do the job. The snipers, the people with miniguns, yes indeed. Artillery, weapons teams, spectacular. War machines too, by the way. This is basically a giant penny farthing, but with blades attached to it. They're alright as well, yes. So, plan. We're going to push into this spot over here with most of my main army. Take this spot, move straight on to this key capture point. However, I'm going to use my completely expendable unit, literally expendable is written on their unit card, to maybe toss a bit of distraction in the way of the enemy. These guys are Skaven slaves, they're terrible. They're absolutely terrible, but they might distract the enemy, they might be able to capture a point or two, so, alright. You lads go over in this direction. You lads just start moving in this direction, and my snipers are already opening fire. They've got a shot, look at that. Snipers melt the enemy. Absolutely flipping melt them. So we've just got more and more fire coming in, and these guys are falling over in a hurry. I love it. So okay, all we need to do is push forward with you lovely sexy people, making sure we've got some infantry nearby to sacrifice itself should such a thing be necessary. Oh, and I think someone's about to be smart enough to walk into minigun range. So, activate the minigun fire, and oh dear, they all appear to be nice and dead as well. Yes, indeed, Skaven, just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Keep just slowly pushing forward, pushing them off the points. Thing that Skaven can do number 2, by the way, summon units from under the ground. Very useful for when your enemies, say, decide to deploy some lovely, lovely ranged assets behind enemy lines. So let's just summon some rats from below, attack them, and yes indeed, clan rats may be garbage, but against basic ranged units, they're going to do a competent job. And in just a minute, we're going to take this minor supply location, meaning, yes, the enemy tried to build a tower here, and the tower is gone, as is the barricade, opening the path for me. Everybody, just keep on pushing forward if you would be so kind. Beautiful. And there we go, surrender. They just had enough of being punched in the face, kill a large enough proportion of the enemy army, they'll give up. Lovely. But of course, there's more than one way to expand an empire. My warlock engineer, he can do something else. Set up a secret city underneath the ground. So he's just going to go in, take care of that, be flipping beautiful. And now, I've got a secret city in the sewers. One where you've got 4 build slots, like, immediately. And you can build so much stuff here. But here's the really exciting one. Make the Under Empire expand itself. 5% chance of it expanding into any neighbouring region. And oh, that's when this starts getting sexy. So yes, I'd say we're going to do a bit of that, despite the fact it does cost a bit of money, bit of food, that's the other currency Skaven have to deal with. Oh yeah, we're doing it. As for Ikit, he's just training more slaves and heading deeper into Spain, though, gonna be honest, we're not the only people interested in Spain. There is this lad here, his name's Morga the Shadow Gave, and yeah, he could potentially be a problem. Sometimes he's not the nicest lad in the world. Me and him can be friends, but to be honest, I think we're a bit too interested in the same territory. So I'm kind of hoping him and Spain end up murdering each other, and then I can just mop up the survivors. Ah, you see, now this could work out nicely. Morga's come down here, he's going to trash this place, probably go up north if we're lucky, then just naff off around the corner to go and attack the French, which will be beautiful, then I can just mop up the ruins. So okay, we can just take the nice soft settlements while this guy does the work. Okay, few turns later, everything has gone pretty much according to plan. And by according to plan, I mean, yes, the beastmen have basically burnt down Spain. Now, the thing I wasn't anticipating is they also left behind the plague, but fortunately, we're rats, so for the most part, I don't really care about the plague. It's a pretty mild plague, really. In fact, actually, if anything, it's causing a boost to local growth, which is great. That means all of a sudden, we can start building the army we really want. More miniguns and catapults. Basic catapults, basic artillery. Oh, these guys are good. As for Morga, yeah, he's just naffed off around the corner into France, where he's facing much more stiff resistance. So hopefully that'll keep him nice and busy while I just go and take back Spain. You see now this is a bit more of an army right here. We've got artillery, we've got a line of miniguns, we've got snipers, and we've got multiple characters. Plague Priest, good for spawning chaff. Chieftains are excellent frontliners. Warlock Engineers are brilliant for getting the most out of the weapon teams. So, okay. Morga, I can't help but notice you've just come back from France with your tail very literally between your legs, and you're rapidly putting together a new army of absolute trash and chaff. So, I'm sorry, buddy, but this Spain ain't big enough for the both of us. And the nice thing about fighting beastmen is they don't build towns, meaning when you fight them, they've just got to come to you through this beautiful, beautiful massive valley. A valley of death, if you will. So I've just basically set up line after line of flamethrowers into miniguns, into snipers and artillery, and they've got to walk through it for bloody days. I love it. And on top of that, of course, I've got some other tricks up my sleeve too. Some of these guys are going to be a little bit invisible for the time being until I get closer and can spot them, but that's fine. I'm playing as the Skaven. I can just toss infantry at them to get proper visibility. Speaking of which, how about we just drop, one bit of infantry right here. Way back over here. And if it draws a bit of attention, which it might do, there we go. I do have one other trick up my sleeve too, which is Nukes. Did I mention the nukes? I might have forgotten to have mentioned the nukes, actually. So how about... Who's going to be where? This looks like a good spot. About here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and... Okay, all those units that were there, they're dead now. So that's nice. We've just nuked that entire area. They're sending forward, yes, the fast units, but I've got my own characters guarding this whole area. So here we are, just deploy some more clan rats. I have brought along so many clan rats. They're just sacrificial victims. Don't worry about any of that nonsense. So you guys just get in over here. And how about we also drop in some lovely, lovely magic to keep them busy. That seems good. Just drop lightning on them too. This all seems like this is working out very, very nicely so far. How about also a little bit of a pestilent breath? That's good as well. How about more lightning? I feel like that wasn't enough lightning, actually. So you guys just get over here, hit the chaff right over here, keep them busy, keep them away from my front line. And while you're doing that, the warp fire throwers will come in. The odd unit might sneak past, but honestly, this is what we've got line after line after line to deal with. So, alright, what else do we have available? We've got more lightning. Keep dropping more lightning right there. This is all very, very good indeed. These guys are just coming into warp fire range right now, so just fall back a tiny bit. Let that do its job. There's more artillery. Then get you. There's the warp fire. There's the gunfire. There's everything right there. These guys are now just being shredded. I think the front line over here might be in a bit of difficulty. So I'm just going to send in reinforcements using my clan rats because that's a thing I can do. Now, you're getting a little bit on the beat up side, but honestly, I think that's okay. Just, yeah, drop some more lightning on all these units. How are you guys doing, by the way? Oh, the engineer was scared off. That's a bit of a shame. Right, guys, back off. The characters are now starting to take a little bit of damage, but they'll just cowardly retreat out of the way. So honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world, because the second line is still present and correct, and they've not even got to the snipers yet. So, I feel like we're actually doing just fine for the time being. And in just a moment, yeah, this lovely big cluster of units right here is going to be hit by my beautiful giant ball of death. Ball of death is great. These units are just being shredded. At this point, yeah, we're just slowly but surely taking them apart. Oh, this is lovely. Little bit of reinforcements over here. Slow them down, stop them getting onto the weapons teams. But, oh, this is fun. I'm having a lovely day today. And there we go. Looks to me like everyone's given up, wanded off. We've taken some knocks, absolutely, but I don't really care. Oh, that was just lovely. Morga is tough, by the way. He'll just take bullets in the face all day and he won't even care. But that's fine. He's decided he can't be bothered with this either. And this is something we're going to be wanting to do, because every time you take out a big legendary lord, you know, one of the proper named ones who has their own campaign you can play as, you get a special unique perk. So Ikit Claw, now 15% resistant to being shot by any projectile. Good bloody news. And with Morga defeated, we can now just, yeah, resettle all these territories at my convenience. Doesn't need to be Ikit Claw doing that, anybody can do it. Here we go, following turn at the beautiful capital of South Spain. You, buddy, can get that sorted out right now, but here, this is one of the core benefits of the Skaven. Everyone else in the game, when they decide they're going to settle a ruin, they need to start at level 1 and build it up. Skaven say, no, screw that noise, we can't be bothered. That's secondary currency food, they can use that to just skip all that nonsense. So having a high food, that's great for growth, leadership, control, etc, etc. But yes, this is where we spend it. So if I want to, I could say, not just level 3, this is a capital region, so I can't even afford to get up to level 5. But if I wanted to, I could just say, hey, this is a tier 4 settlement. Earlier than I can basically get one any other way. Skaven, if they want to, can just skip up to the high tiers. So colonize that, absolutely beautiful. And okay, we don't have the money to actually build stuff here right now, but as time goes by, oh yeah, we are going to have a lot of stuff we can build here in a bloody hurry. And speaking of that, well, if we were to need, say, money for some reason, then I suppose we could go on a tour, a world tour if you will, getting it from people who aren't guarding it well enough. So okay, I'd say we're now ready to begin the world tour. And how about we start off with a lovely tour of France? See, there we go. Spain now entirely belongs to me, though to be honest it is still a blighted chaos nightmare, where there's a lot of, yes, cracks with, it might be lava, it might just be generic evil. I'm not 100% sure. In general, we could do with some money to invest in Spain. So, back over to Ikit, who has found a lovely, lovely town right here that doesn't appear to be particularly well guarded. So, this is going to be a good time. And because now we've entered Bretonnian territory, yep, we got ourselves brand new maps, beautiful architecture, and I will say, declaring war on Bretonnia is just great fun because, just look at that. A lovely curled round citadel at the top, right over here, absolutely spectacular. Though, there is one small tactical error they may have made, which is, yes, they're going to rely on, choke points, etc, etc. But I'm the one with the artillery. So, start the battle and deploy the goon squad forward. What do we have straight away? Right, well, we got ourselves snipers. Snipers have immediately opened fire on something in front of them. Right there. Guys, why aren't you firing? You should definitely be firing, by the way. That is just, yes, these are peasants. Say hello to peasants. They're being shot by my rat sniper rifles. Meanwhile, my lovely goon squad has made it up to the top. I see them. Yep, there we go. Trying to use their archers up on the high ground, I see. That's not going to work for you. Not least as, yes, Ikit does have the ability to summon magical brass balls from, like, I'm not 100% sure where the brass balls come from, but they come from somewhere, and they do a lot of damage, which is lovely. Also, I'm going to drop some lightning on you, because that's another thing I can do, and also my artillery's firing, and okay, never mind, they're already running. Right, I feel like this isn't going to be a long one, no. And on top of that, yes indeed, we've now got options. I could just sack the place to carry off some money, but that's not really very much money at all, is it? No. No, 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 no. I'd say the better option might be, how about we just go around the world setting up some rat holiday homes? We can expand the Under Empire. So there we go, brand new Under Empire. And no, I'm not interested in talking, it's fine. I just want to look at my new Under Empire, thank you. Yeah. This Under Empire is bordering a whole bunch of territory where we don't have Under Empires. So, how about, yes indeed, next term when we've got a bit more money in, we can start setting up yet some more expansion, because guess what's been happening over here? Undercity, 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 and another Undercity up here. Yeah, the Under Empire's expanding rather nicely. Now, at this point, yes, of course, we could go straight into Warhammer 1. This being Bretonnia, just over the mountains, we have got the Empire over here. So we could go and burn those bastards down. But, how about we move out of Warhammer 1 into Warhammer 2? Because, of course, right over here, we've got the giant donut that exists in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Yes, for some reason, not 100% sure why, the Warhammer fantasy world is extremely similar to our own. North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, all the rest of it, aside from a giant donut in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, which the High Elves live on. It might be supposed to be Atlantis, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're gonna go there, because screw High Elves. Okay, I've decided we're not going to go ashore right here. We're gonna find a nicer place to land. You see, a bit up the coast, this is a bit better. The donut's got a new resident. It's Ankari. He's basically like sex Satan, as best as I can tell. So, yes, he's here to cause some trouble for the High Elves, and I hate High Elves, and generally rats and demons get on pretty well. I think me and him should be friends, damn it, and I'm willing to pay to make it happen. Alright, this is looking better. While these idiots are busy dealing with demons up north, I'll just nip down south where there are just, oh yeah, a big old pile of basically unguarded territories. I love it. So, welcome to High Elf territory. I promise I'm not deliberately just doing this world tour to show off the nice architecture, though it is rather a nice benefit, I will admit, including, oh a red carpet leading up to the ultimate final victory point. Spectacular. Though, to be honest, we probably don't need to bother going all the way to that. We can just, you know, shoot them with guns, and they'll probably give up sooner or later. Here we go. Bastards have decided to try and hold the high ground. Gonna be honest, lads, it is not going to end well for you. At all, actually, no. So that'll be them broken. Lovely. The enemy will, of course, attempt to build towers to stop me, but when I'm bringing this much firepower, yeah, not convinced that's going to do too much to them. We can just destroy all of that too. Spectacular. Our artillery can reach right into the town, so that's going pretty well too. More archers coming in. That's basically, yes, the bread and butter of the elves. So how about we just wait for them to hold still for a second, and any moment now, any flipping moment. Guys, just drop some. I feel like, actually, you know what? They're not going to be around for too much longer. Yep, they ran before. Are we even going to get one with the lightning? Yep, you guys at the front there. You should have started running earlier. Here we go. Last few seem to be coming in, so let's just drop ourselves some lovely brass balls, then some lightning on the balls, then anybody else got anything else? To be honest, I feel like that's good enough, actually. I feel like, yeah, they've decided they do not want to be around for that. You guys just naff off. This city belongs to me now. And I do mean it, we will actually be staying on this occasion, just for a minute. But yes, taking a settlement, then pretty much abandoning it, that's the easiest way to, yeah, get some health back, then immediately recharge even more. So a basic level 1 settlement, that'll do the job. In we go. Absolutely lovely. Who else is around, by the way? Okay, there is an army of Tyrion nearby, but it's not a very good one. And you guys are healing at a beautiful fast rate. I love it. Although I'm going to be honest, I didn't just come here because, you know, I wanted to enjoy the architecture. Though enjoying it shortly before I demolish it, that is going to be nice too. Can't help but notice in the distance over there, that's the Sword of Cain, or at least somebody holding it. And if I kill them, I get it for me. So, okay, most powerful weapon in the game. That does sound fun. Oh, and this is what I just love about this joint campaign. So much nonsense happens. So, okay, the reason we haven't had a stern rebuke from Tyrion coming to murder us straight away is because Tyrion's not doing so hot. Count Noctilus, another member of the Vampire Coast, he has got, yeah, a full stack army and a small army nearby, just hanging around, digging for treasure nearby to the center of Tyrion's empire, and there's nothing he can do about it. Oh, well, this means this entire side of the empire is basically unguarded. Life is so good. I'm going to make so much money. And on this occasion, yep, sack it. Apparently there's plenty of good money here. And as I level up, brand new units are becoming available, and on top of that, okay, we're getting unique followers, depending on where we are. A brand new elf slave can make me stronger when fighting elves. Well, we're going to be doing that for a while, so how about we give that to, yes, one of my own team. Could be my chieftain, could be Ikit Claw himself. Oh, and look at Spain as well. Spain is finally recovering from that whole period when the Beastmen turned it into a nightmare of chaos. Not southern Spain. Southern Spain is still very much on fire, but northern Spain's looking great. Oh my goodness, I think Ankari just asked me out. Yep, done. Every time he's willing to do me a trade deal, and I see no way giving military access to Sex Satan is going to go wrong. Meanwhile, over on the donut, we're just continuing round the centre, and yes, indeed, we got a brand new Undercity, and as I do need to do some healing in this area, okay, this could be rather useful. Oh yeah, I get tons of replenishment. Keep upgrading. Oh, you get ridiculous replenishment. If you're determined to just stay somewhere and keep attacking them over and over, just one massive underkeep can keep you going for a long time. Oh my goodness, the date went well, and as a result, Ankari is willing to be in a defensive alliance with me, which is very, very exciting, because that means I can build myself an outpost. And an outpost means I get to train his units, and this actually works really well, because plenty of empires in this game have some big glaring weaknesses. Like, say, the vampire counts have basically no range and no artillery. Meanwhile, the Skaven, brilliant artillery and range, terrible on the melee. So, some of this guy's elite infantry, that could actually be pretty bloody good. To hire the units, though, well, we could just wait for allegiance to tick in, or we could be a bit more proactive. If you've got common enemies, and we do, those bloody elves, he'll say, hey, I'll give you some allegiance points if you actually go and murder the army. And this person, that's a tiny army that's just squatting in ruins. So, okay, you got a deal. Oh, and they're trying to shoot at Ikit with bows, but remember, we took out Morgar. So as a result of that, oh yeah, I do not give a damn about missiles. Ah, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. By the way, you guys just stay over here, and my brass balls will be taking care of you. Better and better and better. We were told by Sex Satan to assassinate this woman, and that's precisely what we're going to be doing. Alright, come on, camera. Behave. Let's get on top of her, please. Let's just start whacking her with our various glowy sticks. The whole crew's here. This should not take too long, you stupid loser. Oh, here we come. This should be the final impact coming in, and down she goes. And she ain't getting back up again. Don't worry, Sex Satan. Mission accomplished. And there we go, allegiance jumps to 16 because the mission was successful, meaning now all of a sudden I could spend that by telling Sex Satan to go and attack a target, defend it, or occupy it, but no. Let's save up some money so we can get some actual demons in my army. Okay, we've smashed our way around the coast, burnt some cities, set up undercities in others, absolutely lovely, and of course set up the infrastructure that the undercities will just keep spreading themselves better and better. And we are almost here. I see the glow of the Sword of Cain in the distance, meaning it's time to make some improvements. Warp Fire Throwers are brilliant in the early game, but at this point, yes, there's just not that much chaff infantry we're facing. Instead, it's time to start filling things out with some elite units, regiments of renown, the Teeth Breakers, elite super awesome special Gatling guns. Yes, we'll be having that. But more importantly, it's time to spend those allegiance points. So, oh my, oh flipping my. Would I like to have 2 Seeker Chariots, armor-piercing anti-infantry to just get in and mow down everything in front of me? Yes, yes I would. Okay, sexy Chariots in play, but unfortunately, we have a problem. I think what this represents is someone in this faction has the Sword of Cain, but they're currently not on the field. The army might have been broken down or something. I need somebody to spawn who's got the sword so I can take the sword off them. It's pretty important, actually, so alright, in which case, I'm happy to be patient, though, yeah, annihilating their outstanding lords could be a good solution, too. Oh, I found it. I just hunted down all their armies one by one, and one of them just had it on him. So I could do the responsible thing, and put it back and so forth, but that's not the Skaven way. So, this sword makes Ikit Claw unbreakable. He can no longer rout. Ward save 20%, giant pile of armor-piercing damage, magical attacks, melee attack plus 25, that's your chance to hit, and the ability, the Sword of Cain, causing a huge amount of damage, and also slowing down the enemy, and making them worse at defending themselves, and basically driving them berserk, and that's just stage 1 of the Sword of Cain. Now, there are downsides, like everybody hates me because I appear to be using the world-ending sword that consumes my soul and everybody else's too, and, in fact, even my own empire doesn't like it. But that's fine, we will simply build more whipping platforms, and also hire more whipmasters to be on the whipping platforms, and we'll give them more whips so they can whip rat simultaneously with both hands. Basically, additional whips will sort this out. Okay, a few turns later I got bored of the donut, so I decided, you know what? How about we go to the far side of the Atlantic? Fantasy Warhammer America. So I popped in around here, roughly somewhere around Fantasy Warhammer Mexico, which is filled with Aztec-themed lizardmen because that's just how Warhammer Fantasy is. So, okay, all sorts of very, very big, exciting territories that could be taken out, including, oh yeah, that's the center of Mazdamundi's empire, with gold mines in it. Now that's gotta be worth some good money. So, alright buddy, can't help but notice you're kind of trapped up there, so what are you gonna do? You gonna try and break your way past me to rescue the center of your empire? Because, oh, I would like to see you try. That is not a great army. He's retreating all the way round to Skeggy. Oh, you magnificent bastard. You've just abandoned the center of your empire. Okay, well, I'll be helping myself to that then. So, welcome to the Lizardman cities. Maybe not immediately as architecturally impressive as, yes, Bretonia or the High Elves, but certainly charming in its own way. And on this occasion, we've got proper walls to get through. So, let's talk plan. Plan is destroy towers, batter our way in, and Ikit should be able to pretty much solo the entire army. And seriously, these towers are not kidding. These towers do a lot, and I mean a ridiculously large amount of damage. So we gotta take them out first. It's kind of important. Okay, all towers that could be a threat eliminated. Change your target onto, yes, anyone standing on the wall right now. Let's get rid of them. And as for Ikit, if a good opportunity presents itself, yes, indeed. Just drop a lovely, lovely, massive brass ball on the dicks. That just... Oh, that's nice. That's nice right there. And as for anybody else, I see some Saurus warriors. I'm going to save the Sword of Cain for when they're clustered up a bit. But if we could just pull them all together... Oh, this could be beautiful right here. Oh, we got a good little blend of people right about here. Let's drop their Sword of Cain down, and that's... Oh, it just buzzsaws. It buzzsaws them out the way. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That almost one-shotted that entire bloody group right there. And by the way, that's not all we got. Don't forget, of course, we have got all sorts of other toys available too. We're just right now yes, sending in some fire, which is beautiful. Who's holding still right now? You're holding still. Hey, guess what? I've still got the giant brass balls as well. And we've got one more surprise too, which is my Plague Priest is now a nice high level, meaning he's now learned the Plague Spell. Okay, who wants to enjoy the Plague Spell? Oh, this looks good. This looks good about here. That's a lovely, lovely plague monster right there. He just does his own thing. He just infects all these lizard people while we just shoot them with 10 million warp stone bullets. They don't like that, not one little bit, and oh my. We haven't even stepped foot in the city yet. Let's send in the spiky, weird seahorse horse chariot things, which are manned by people who really forgot to put their armor on this morning. Oh, here we go, just running into them, sending them flying. They don't like that one little bit, and off they flippin' go. Well done, lads. Right, get over here, lock down this area. Let's make sure this belongs to me properly. Same over here, if you'd be so kind. And there we go, they've given up the ghost. Took a few knocks, but mainly from the towers, to be honest. Oh, 7,000 gold for sacking it, but no. You know what? This place has literally got a gold mine. I'm keeping this. Screw you and screw your stupid town. We just knocked it down to build, I don't know, a ruin, I suppose. Also, I get a doom wheel now. And now we simply hope and pray that Mazdamundi decides to come and avenge his lost city. Because, oh yeah, I want a field fight. Alright, that's where my guns can actually do their work. They're not at their best in a city. Alright, Mazdamundi is the biggest coward in the world, but we do have some lovely humans. Oh, we've even got an ambush. Okay, well, this is just going to be very literally shooting fish in a barrel. How about we just set up roughly like this, and the moment the fight begins, you get your ballistics calibration off in order to make all these guys way, way, way more accurate, And you, buddy, you just get the Sword of Cain down right into the center of them, somewhere over here. We'll see if this luckily gets hit or buzzsaws in the right direction. We'll have to see whether we get lucky or not there. I see an excellent brass orb opportunity about there. That looks about good. Concentrate all of our artillery fire in that sort of a direction. Snipers are doing excellent work by the looks of it. You guys now just turn more in this direction. So, okay, that side's just sort of collapsed already, which is great. Let's just drop some lightning on these guys. Don't worry so much about crossbows. Crossbows aren't doing too much to me, which is great. What have you got? We do not have enough of plague at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. Just, yeah, watch out for Free Company Militia. Back off the tiniest amount from them, and now we're just going to start taking out you, and you, and you, and I think they've decided they would rather retreat, actually, which is just marvellous, so in which case you guys can actually start pushing forward. Everybody into the Free Company Militia, if you would be so kind. If you guys want to stand and fight, I don't think you actually do, but you know what? I'll give you the opportunity. Oh yeah, guys, we're eating well tonight. Okay, I've decided I'm now bored of America, so yes indeed, we're just going to get Ikit and move him out of Dodge, because we've got a brand new feature right over here. Though, admittedly, I don't want to lose my brand new gold mine, so I've left a new guy with a brand new army to mine them. It's not like the best army, but he also does have, you know, a decent garrison here. I think they can hold if Mazdamundi were to attack. Oh, they're coming in, but Mazdamundi decided he just wanted to go and, sit over there. Which is kind of unfortunate for him, because that means I've got, like, 2 full stack armies and thus... Okay, well that was embarrassing for the lizard man. So, I just went and acquired a port that the lizardmen didn't really seem to be using, and thanks to that, we can get right over here to a sea lane, meaning we can set sail to lands afar. And for 2 turns, that character's just going to be missing. Also, he did not forget the world-eating doom sword. Just, sometimes it takes a moment for the game to remember that. And 2 turns later, Ikit Claw pops out the other side of the world. Very literally, this is basically crossing the Warhammer Pacific, meaning he's now outside, well, I think this is Warhammer Korea, and then over here, we've got ourselves Warhammer China, though potentially it's not actually going to be... Yes, Nikai the Wanderer also lives around here. Looks like he's just been sort of, murdering everybody, actually. Well, to be honest, this will do as a base in the Far East as well as anything else, so... Alright, buddy, we are declaring war against, yes indeed, Nikai the Wanderer. To be honest, he would have declared war on me next turn. Lizardmen and Ratmen don't get on. But you know what? I'm fine with this, because my army is now pretty much in its final form. Also, say hello to Grand Cathay, because yes, though this is a Lizardman settlement, they did take it off Grand Cathay, so it's still got the original architecture in place, and I'll say, this is another real highlight to invade and then completely destroy. Because Ikit Claw's got his Doom Wheel, and Science Scourge has also got his Bone Breaker. Though unfortunately, yes, my Plague Priest does not yet have their giant Plague Furnace mount. They are just shy of that, which is a real shame. Right, artillery laying down at the fire. I see 1 feral dinosaur just chilling out too. You guys get into a good hidden position. They're trying to attack my lord, but... I mean, to be honest, good luck with that. Really, just have fun attempting it. You guys spread out right here. If that dinosaur tries to get on top of you, you are going to absolutely flipping annihilate the bastard. As for you guys, you don't seem to have a good shot right now, do you? Right, push forward a tiny amount. I want that dinosaur taken care of before we go any further in. And if these guys want to, yes, be dumb enough to say... cluster or charge forward or anything, then we are going to absolutely... This should be good. 3, 2, 1, and giant brass balls of death. I love it. That's been improved by an upgrade. It's better than it used to be. Absolutely lovely. Right, where are the snipers? The snipers are now, yes, in a pretty good position to move forward, but I feel like the better option now would be send in the miniguns. And if anyone tries to stop the miniguns, we'll use the menace below to just block them up. Life is going to be good. Bring up the chariots as well. We might be needing them later. Are we ready to send in Ikit himself? I mean, we are in... Oh, I see what you're doing. You took one look at those miniguns and thought, aha, I'll stop the miniguns before they actually get into position. Good luck with that, because I can just make units spawn out of nothing. So, there we go. That'll just keep you busy for the moment. And then, oh, the miniguns are ready to fire, by the way. The miniguns are now just firing in to these dinosaurs. Those are dinosaurs riding different kinds of dinosaurs, by the way. It's a thing that happens in Warhammer. But yes, now my miniguns are ready to go. And in comes the big dinosaur as well. Okay. Are we ready for another? We're not ready for another one of those. Lay down some lightning. Oh, you saw that one coming. You saw that coming. Concentrate firepower on the giant dinosaur, if at all possible. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. How's your dinosaur doing now? Oh, I see an eager skink cohort coming in. This looks like a good job for my two new mega lads on the ground, Ikit Claw and Bonebreaker 2. So you guys just get in there, ram into these lads, and oh yeah, oh yeah, a Bonebreaker and a Doom Wheel. They're not having a good day at all. I see more people coming in too. We have not yet actually set down the Sword of Cain. You're going to try and hide behind a barricade, are ya? Well, that's a shame, because I just dropped a giant chainsaw on your head, and that's you broken. Good, 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 good. We got the balls back, by the way. We do have the balls back. Deploy ball number 2 on these idiots. That'll do some good work to them. The Croxagores are still present. All right. Oh. Okay, you could have caused me some trouble, potentially. They almost managed to sneak upon the... Oh, my snipers are definitely getting shot right now. Guys... Move over here, if you'd be so kind. Get away from the miniguns. Alright, get away from the miniguns. Just draw up over here. I see more coming in yet. The snipers are about to move into position. And when they do, oh, you're going to be in a lot of flipping trouble, actually. Here we go. In comes the firepower. Even against Croxagores. Just look at them. Just the sniper rifles, the Jezzails, they melt everything. It's beautiful. So you guys just being shot to Billio, and you're falling over, and it sucks to be you. They have done everything they can to flank me at every turn, but they just can't. They just can't do it, and every time they try, life just gets worse for them. Right, I'm pretty sure army losses are now kicking in. They don't like any of this, and there we go. It all falls apart. Now that's the power I've been working towards. And there we are in Warhammer 3. But here's the thing, and this is what I really need to stress. You cannot comprehend till you've played this how big this cocking map is. Because what I did today, deliberately trying to go as far as possible, and this took me 8 hours to record, by the way, is start here, mosey up to France, over Ulfwan, just, you know, completely bypass Nagarons, and then sail over here. And over here is, let's just, scroll over in this direction. It's here. All of this is an entire cocking continent I have not visited. Alright, there is a giant, ridiculous amount of chaos up here. Didn't get to see any of them. There's the North American continent. We barely said hello to that. There's the South American continent. Didn't go there at all. Warhammer Africa. Didn't go there either. And then just the entirety of Warhammer Asia. This map is a stupidly large size. And I will say, with absolute confidence, not a hint of hyperbole, I am going to spend hundreds of hours playing this. Because I spent hundreds playing Warhammer 2, and this is that, but bigger. Do you understand the scale we're talking about here? It is ridiculous. My only hope is, when they next go back to historical Total War, this is the scale they are aiming for. Because now, the next time they do a normal map of Europe, America, the world, whatever, if it's not this ridiculously, stupidly big, I'm not going to be satisfied anymore. This game has now spoiled me forever. All of this is real. This is all real map. Right now, there's some mountains. Now we're just into the desert. The mountains at the far side that separate the Chaos Wastelands from Grand Cathay into Grand Cathay itself. Past the Riverlands, and I'm somewhere around here, I assume. Yep, I'm somewhere in this part of the world. This is Warhammer 3. Like, really Warhammer 3. This is the real deal, and it is the real deal, and I don't know how much more will be on the channel, but I'm telling you, I will be playing it a lot. Take that as a recommendation. We may well do some live streams of this in the future. We shall flipping see. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd. And this has been Warhammer 3. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In Fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big.
They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the Chariots!